Hello everybody, today I'm going to be talking to you guys about my current skincare routine. I am so excited to share these products with you guys because they have truly been products that I have just absolutely been loving. One of my goals for this year was to kind of branch out and try new skincare. I am currently working to become an esthetician, so I'm in school for that, and kind of being in this field now, I think it's important that I sort of broaden my horizons instead of sticking to a lot of the skincare, which you guys have heard me talk and rave about on my channel for the past couple of years. I thought that I would kind of start to try some new stuff this year. So I did do a video a little while back on some skincare stuff, and now it's been a few months and I've started school, and now I am so excited to be able to show you guys this new stuff that I've been using that has just been making such a big difference in my skin. Now, I do want to disclaim that this stuff was not at all sent to me. I am not in any way partnered or affiliated with this brand directly here through my YouTube. This is a brand that we use at my school. It's one of the ones that we use, and so all of the products that you see here I have bought personally with my own money, comes out of my school tuition, and so these are completely 100% my opinions that are not affected at all by this brand. Like I said, I haven't been in contact with them whatsoever. These are just products that I truly love and really wanted to share with you guys because I do think that this is truly just a brand that can make a difference in your guys' skin. As you can see right now during this video, I do not have any makeup on. I love doing skincare videos more fresh-faced because I don't want to at all lie or manipulate you guys in any way. I can pile on tons of makeup and of course my skin is going to look beautiful, and so I think actually just kind of showing myself to the world without any makeup, it really does show how well these products can work. I am going to point out that I do have a lovely little zit right here because it is that time of the month for me, and so naturally, hormones are something that skincare just can't treat. Genetics are always going to conquer everything else, and for me, getting the occasional zit around that time of the month has been something that I've always struggled with, no matter what skincare products I'm using, no matter how inexpensive or expensive they are. It's just a genetic thing. It's something that I think I'm just gonna have to deal with until maybe my body figures itself out and stops doing it. But honestly, to me, it's not that big of a deal. But obviously, I'm gonna point that out because I'm sure a lot of you are seeing that, but I promise it's just because it's that glorious time of the month where our skins just tend to go a little bit crazy. So the brand that I'm going to be talking about today is Image Skincare. This is a skincare brand that I believe is based out of somewhere in Florida. It is a professional line, so this isn't something that you can just go pick up at your drugstore. It's not even something you can go pick up at your department store or at Sephora or Ulta. This is something that you can find an esthetician in your area that maybe carries it, or you can go onto the Image Skincare website and you can order from there. But I just want to let you guys know that this is professional grade stuff, and there is a bit of a difference between professional and what you can get at Sephora. Sephora skincare is something that now that I've learned a little bit more about it, I would consider it definitely high end, but professional grade products have a much higher concentration of active ingredients. And so in your professional products, you are going to notice that they work usually a lot better because they are meant to really penetrate and they are meant to really make a difference in your skin. And sometimes depending on the products you're using, you might notice a little bit of peeling, or you might notice some slightly adverse effect at first, but overall it is going to get your skin to the point where you want. Where a lot of the products, let's say at Sephora or Ulta, they don't do that because obviously that's something that they just can't market to mass consumers because that kind of stuff tends to scare people. None of the products I'm talking about today do that, by the way, but a lot of times with professional skincare, that's the kind of results that you're going to see, and that's the kind of results that you can expect. This stuff for professional skincare is pretty mild just because for myself, I don't have tons of issues that I'm looking to control, but just keep that in mind with professional skincare. It is hardcore stuff. For you guys, for convenience, I will have the Image Skincare website down below. Again, not affiliated. However, if you guys are just wanting to kind of peruse the website, I'll leave a link down there so you can easily get to it. You'll notice that the prices are actually really good. If you are currently spending your money at Sephora or Ulta, you'll be very happy to see that these prices may be even cheaper than some of the products you're currently using. So I wouldn't let the professional tag scare you in terms of money. These are still very, when it comes to skincare, pretty affordable products. So the first product that I use is the cleanser, and you'll notice that most of the stuff that I use from Image is from this line here called Vital C. This is a vitamin C sort of based line. Everything in this line is also meant to be kind of hydrating and nourishing. Image has multiple lines, and so whether you have concerns for acne, you have concerns for aging, maybe you like really natural products, they also have an entire line that's all organic and all natural. They really have a lot of stuff to suit you. For me, my main concerns are, I do like hydration because I live in a very, very dry climate. I am acne prone, however, I don't really experience a ton of acne breakouts, but I do have to be very careful about the stuff that I put on my skin because my skin is very prone to getting clogged pores and to breaking out. And so that's always been kind of my fine line with skincare, is finding stuff that is going to be nourishing and hydrating but isn't also going to be clogging and, like too much on my skin. So that is the main thing that I've been loving about this line, is it has just really made my skin look so clear and bright and beautiful. And I think a mix of that is, from the product just having a good weight to it. It's not too thick and it's not too creamy, but it still is nourishing and hydrating. And I think also the vitamin C blend that you'll see in a lot of these products too, I think that the lightening and brightening aspects of that have just really helped my skin to look a lot clearer, especially because if you guys remember from, a year or so ago when I was struggling with that really, really awful acne breakout that I had for gosh, it was like 6 months. I had really awful cystic acne. I'm still left currently with some scars from that, and so I've been really interested in, incorporating a vitamin C line into my skincare routine to help to lighten and brighten those spots, which this definitely has. So this here, like I said, this is called the Vital C Hydrating Facial Cleanser. Comes in just like a little squeeze tube thing. You'll notice it's kind of wet because it was in my shower. This is a cleanser that is sort of milky in consistency. By the way, all this stuff smells amazing. Kind of has that like orange scent to it. And the fragrances in here aren't synthetic. They're either essential oil based or they just come naturally from the ingredients that they're using. So I really like that as well. But it's just a really nice cleanser that helps to remove my makeup. It doesn't take off every single last bit of makeup, so I still personally like to go in with a separate makeup remover before I do my cleansing step. I just find, especially at night, that really gets my skin clean. So I'll use like a cleansing oil most of the time. I'm not really big into cleansing wipes or anything. So usually it's an oil of some sort, and that just gets off the majority of my makeup before I go in with this. And this is just sort of like my second wash, my really deep clean. It feels so good on the skin, and it leaves my skin feeling so clean, but it does not feel stripped whatsoever. I just love the way that this stuff makes my skin feel, and overall, I mean, it's just by far one of my favorite cleansers that I've ever used. The next product that I go in with, I am still currently using some products from Paula's Choice, of course, because you guys know I love them. And this is the Earth Source Purely Natural Refreshing Toner. I've been using this stuff for 3 years now, I think. Absolutely love this. I just like that it isn't like your typical toner. It's not an astringent. It doesn't contain any sort of alcohol whatsoever. It's very nourishing. I have a friend that's in my aesthetic class who sort of had a bad experience with toners because she was kind of on something that was very, like I said, that kind of sort of astringent property. It was very, tightening and very drying to the skin. And so I had her pick up this, and she has been really loving this as well. This truly is just very nourishing to the skin, but it kind of gives your skin also that very nice clean feeling that we all like from a toner. So I'll either use that, or sometimes I do use the Osea Sea Minerals Mist. This was one of the last skincare brands that I talked about, and I really like this stuff as well. You guys can see that I have actually been using this. And this one's really convenient because it comes in a spray bottle, so I can just spray myself down with it. And I find that they both work very similarly. I'm actually almost out of this, so I don't know if I'll repurchase it. I'll probably just use this up and then kind of decide, which one I want to go with. But I still like using some sort of a toning step within my routine because I just like the way it makes my skin feel. One of the things that I have found very interesting about starting my esthetician journey, you can say, is how much, especially here in the Western beauty culture, we exfoliate our skin and how much we are over exfoliating our skin. This is a very interesting topic that if any of you are interested in, I'd highly recommend just Googling it and sort of doing some research on it, because exfoliating isn't something you're supposed to be doing every single day. And I had no idea about this until I started school. So I'm so thankful I learned this, because it truly is something that I think we're going to see, especially especially as, you know, my generation gets older, I think we're gonna notice more skin problems because we are just stripping away our, you know, all of the natural stuff that our skin produces and all of the amazing things that our skin does. We are trying to speed up our cell turnover when, for me, my cell turnover at my age is already super rapid. And so I still love this stuff that I've talked about before. This is a liquid exfoliant. I have gone on and praised this stuff forever. Again, this is from Paula's Choice, and this is her Resist Daily Pore Refining Treatment, 2% BHA, which beta hydroxy acid, or BHA, is an exfoliating ingredient. I used to use this stuff every single night, and obviously that is just way too much, but I didn't know this because this is something that claims you can use it nightly. However, if you are, I would say, I don't know, maybe 40, 30 and below, I would not use this every single day, especially if you're in your 20s. There's just no need to. Your skin is already turning itself over about every 21 to 28 days. And so, you know, you don't need to consistently be exfoliating when in a couple of weeks you're gonna have a brand new fresh face anyway. So what I have been doing now is I use this about twice a week. And I feel like that works really well. This is primarily what I've been using now for an exfoliant. I've kind of gotten rid of a lot of the granular stuff within my routine because I just don't really feel like I need that. Now that I've done more research on this topic, I now understand that my skin can exfoliate itself. It can do its own job, and I don't need to try to push it along because all that's going to do in the long run is cause a lot more aging. If you guys are interested, again, in this topic, I highly recommend you research it. You can ask me more questions in the comment box and I'll get to you, but I kind of want to wrap it up. Anyway, for anybody out there that is exfoliating every day, stop. Especially if, like I said, you are 40 or below, it is just something that is not needed. You can exfoliate a couple times a week and your skin will do just fine. So that's sort of been my whole deal with this, and I haven't noticed that my skin's been breaking out more or any of those myths or anything like that. My skin is still super, super clear, and still using this, you know, like I said, 2 times a week. Does a perfect job for me. By the way, this is only a product that I use at night. During the day, typically my routine is to cleanse, use one of my toners, and then go in with an SPF. And again, this is from Image, and this is from their Prevention Plus line, and this is the Daily Hydrating Moisturizer with SPF 30. I used to be one of those people, honestly, that did not wear SPF every single day. I, like many people, believed that it would clog my pores. I believed that it would cause me breakouts, especially, like I said, being breakout prone. I just felt like a lot of the SPFs that I used to use, they just made my skin worse, and I understood, you know, it was sort of for me, you know, the pros and the cons. I understand that the sun is damaging my skin, but I also don't want to have, you know, tons of like red bumps all over my face. So I kind of waited out and I stopped using my SPFs. And now that I, again, know more about the actual damage that sun can do to your skin, I am so much more hyperactive about it, and I really make sure that I'm wearing sunscreen all over my body every single day. This particular product I like because it is meant to be a face moisturizer. It just has the added SPF 30 in it, which, by the way, SPF 30 is as much as you need. You can do more research on this again, but SPF 30, you're good to go. I feel like this product is great. They have a couple of different SPFs within their line. They have one that is sort of targeted for like an anti-aging perspective. They have one that's matte, and then they have this one. I am wearing this one on my skin right now. It's the only thing that you're probably seeing any sort of glow, anything like that, is from this product. It's just a very, very nice, hydrating, but not greasy feeling SPF. Like, my skin feels nice and supple and moisturized, but it doesn't feel at all greasy or slimy or slick or anything. I absolutely love this sunscreen, moisturizer, whatever. Even if it didn't have the sunscreen in it, I just think that this by itself is such a good skincare moisturizing product. Like, it just works so, so well. And I like that they have different formulations to kind of help fit different skin types. So if you are very oily, like I said, they have a matte version. And I'm just a huge fan of this. Would recommend it to absolutely anybody. It's by far my favorite sunscreen moisturizer I've ever used. My routine, of course, is a little bit different at night. Usually what I do is I do the cleanser, the toner, the exfoliant step if it's that night for me to do the exfoliant step, and then I move on to a serum. And this is from the Vital C line again, and this is the Hydrating Anti-Aging Serum. This is a serum that has a lot of antioxidants. So we got vitamin A, C and E in here. Again, the vitamin C is going to help to lighten and brighten the skin, and everything else is just going to kind of help to fight free radicals. It has a very nice, slightly lotiony texture to it, but it still absorbs really, really quickly into the skin. You can tell that it still is a smaller molecule, so it really does penetrate the skin very nicely. Again, it smells wonderful, and it just is a good step, I feel, to sort of, you know, help to prevent any aging, even though that's not really my concern. It just kind of adds another layer of hydration. It has all the different antioxidants in it, so it can help to fight any of the free radicals that I may have exposed myself to during the day. And I just really, really enjoy the serum. Like, I really feel like, again, that high potency vitamin C, I just feel like it really has been helping to brighten and make my skin look super glowy and beautiful. And then after I applied my serum for my night routine, I move on to the Vital C Hydrating Repair Cream. This is similar to the effects of what I maybe get with the serum, but this is like an actual moisturizing cream. Like, it's much more thick, it's a little bit more heavy, although I still feel like it's not too much. It's still a good amount of moisture without it being too thick and too heavy and feeling too greasy on the skin, which is what I love. Since I have used this line, I have actually not been wearing foundation, which is something that I never thought I would ever do, to be honest, because I just love the look that foundation gives my skin. I love that clear, clean slate that I get from it. But what I've been doing recently is I've just been concealing. So I've just been applying a little bit of concealer under my eyes, and then if today I was going to be wearing makeup, of course I would conceal any sort of little bumps that I may have. But for the most part, my skin has been so clear that I haven't felt the need to pile any foundation on, which is just so incredible because I have never gotten that amazing of a result from a skincare line. I mean, I've been wearing foundation now for I can't even remember how long. So it's so nice to finally feel good enough about my skin that I can just, you know, go straight in with my bronzer and my blush, and it kind of cuts back on the time in my routine too, which I absolutely love. And if you guys are interested, you can watch my past couple of videos, maybe about 2 or 3 videos back, and in all those videos I am not wearing like 1 ounce of foundation. So you can truly see the results that this has given me. I'm just in love. And then very finally in my routine, this is sort of skincare related, so I'm just gonna slap it on in here. And this is the Image Ormedic Balancing Lip Complex Treatment. I'm wearing this again right now. It just feels so good on your lips. It's a very interesting texture. Like, I've never used a lip product that has this sort of a texture, but it has a polypeptide complex in it. It has avocado oil and some sort of anti-inflammatory ingredients in it, because this was developed to be used for people after they have had lip injections done or had any sort of procedure around their lips done. It kind of helps with bruising, and it helps with swelling and dryness. And, you know, in that effect, if you're just somebody that, you know, has dry lips, then this is going to work amazingly, because it's meant to work on a much more medical grade level. And so I like to use this sometimes during the day, like I am right now, but usually I put it on at night because it is just the perfect treatment to go to bed with, and I really love the way that this stuff makes my lips feel. But that is the end of my skincare routine. So you can see it's pretty basic. I've just been absolutely loving it though. Any sort of treatments that I'm doing to my skin, I've been doing a lot at school, so things like facials and stuff like that. A lot of the masks that I use, again, are from the Image line, and what is so cool, and I think why I feel so passionately about this line, is now actually taking clients at my school, this is the line that I've been using on the public. This has been the line that at my school I've been gravitating towards the most to use on my clients, because I honestly think that the results from this line are just unparalleled, and I think a lot of that just comes from my own personal success, and also just the success that I see when I use these products on other people. They have so many different lines to benefit so many different skin types and skin concerns, and like I said, if you guys are at all interested, link just to the website will be down below. You guys can go kind of shop around and go see all the fun stuff that they have. And because I have, you know, talked to educators from this line, and this is a line that I've spent a lot of time learning, if you guys have any questions whatsoever regarding not only stuff that I've used, but if you guys search the website and you have questions about a particular product, please ask me and I will give you as much info as I possibly can. I really want to help you guys, of course, to have great, amazing skin, because that is something that obviously going into the field myself, I'm very passionate about. So I hope that this was helpful for any of you who are maybe looking for a new routine or are interested in some new skincare. Again, any questions you may have, just leave that down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.